I didn't lose my wife to another man. I lost her to a man she met online at 2 a.m. And the worst part? She didn't even realize she was falling out of love with me. Until it was too late. My name is Daniel, and I've been married to my wife Emma for 10 years. We weren't perfect, but we were solid at least. That's what I believed. Emma worked as a graphic designer from home. I managed a small tech store in town. Our routine was normal, predictable. Nothing extraordinary, but I never thought ordinary was a problem. Everything changed the day Emma joined a new online freelance group. She mentioned it casually at dinner. There's this community for artists. It's inspiring. I finally feel motivated again. I was happy for her. I wanted her to feel inspired. What I didn't know then was that one member in that group would soon take a place in her life that should have been mine. The first signs it started small. Late-night messages. Whispers of laughter behind her screen. A sudden obsession with keeping her phone face down. I tried not to overthink. I trusted her. She had never given me any reason not to. But one night, around 1 a.m., I woke up and found her side of the bed empty. She was downstairs in the living room, smiling at her phone like she was 18 again. When she saw me, she nearly jumped. "Oh, sorry, I couldn't sleep. I was just talking to the group." Her voice was shaky, her hands trembling a bit. A wave of fear rushed through me. But I pushed it down. The name a few days later. The name appeared. Lucas. She mentioned him while cooking. He's really talented. He gives great feedback on my art. The way she said his name sounded too warm, too familiar. I asked, "Is he from your group?" She nodded a little too quickly. "Yeah, he's just a friend. Just a friend." The most dangerous words in a marriage. Growing distance. Things changed fast after that. Emma started dressing nicer. Even on days she didn't leave the house. New perfume. More makeup. More smiles that had nothing to do with me. She spent hours working, sometimes forgetting dinner, forgetting conversations, forgetting me, and every time her phone buzzed, she lit up like a spark. Our house felt different, like I was sharing it with a stranger. One night, I suggested we go out for dinner, just the two of us. Something we hadn't done in a while. She hesitated. I already made plans online. We're having a group art session. But her eyes said something else. Something guilty. Something distant. The breaking point. One Saturday afternoon. I came home early from work. Quiet. Too quiet. I walked toward her office room, and before I reached the door, I heard her voice. Soft. Laughing. Flirting. "No, Lucas." "Stop," she giggled. "You're making me blush." My heart dropped. I froze there, listening to the woman I loved talk to someone like she used to talk to me. Years ago, when I finally walked in, she jumped so hard her headphones nearly fell off. "Oh, Don. I didn't hear you." But her face gave everything away. Red cheeks. Red eyes. Guilt written all over her. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I just asked, "Are you happy?" She opened her mouth, closed it, looked away, then whispered, "I don't know." "I don't know" stabbed deeper than any confession. The truth that night. When she fell asleep, I checked her laptop, not to invade her privacy, but because I already knew the truth. And I needed to see it. Written out. There they were. Hundreds of messages. Late-night calls. Shared drawings. Flirty jokes. Long confessions about our marriage. My flaws. Her dreams. Their connection. No physical affair. But emotionally, she had left me months ago. I closed the laptop gently and sat on the couch until morning. I didn't cry. I just felt empty. The confrontation in the morning. I made coffee for both of us. She came downstairs slowly, like she already knew. I slid the mug toward her and said, "We need to talk." She sat down, eyes already wet. "I never meant for it to go this far," she whispered. "You told him things you didn't tell me," I said quietly. "You shared parts of yourself with him that you hid from me." She broke down crying. "It just happened. I didn't feel seen. I didn't feel appreciated." Lucas made me feel alive again. I nodded. And what about us? I asked. Do we matter? She hesitated too long, then said, I don't know what I feel anymore. The second time she said those words, I realized the marriage I was fighting for was already gone. The decision we decided to separate. Not because I hated her. Not because she was a bad person. But because she had given another man the parts of her heart that belonged in our marriage. She tried to fix things after that. She blocked Lucas. Shut down her accounts. Went to therapy. But damage like this doesn't disappear. It stays under your skin. In the hallway, dinner. In the silence between two people who once loved each other, eventually, she moved out. I kept the house, but it felt emptier than ever. The ending months later. We met for coffee to talk about paperwork. She looked different, quieter, more mature. Before leaving, she said, I'm sorry, Dan. I really am. I smiled sadly. I know. As she walked away, I realized something. Sometimes the worst betrayal isn't physical. It's emotional. It's when someone gives your place in their heart to someone else, without even realizing they lost you in the process. And that's how our 10-year marriage ended.